Hey everybody, it's Lisa Brown with Brown Eyed Girls Crafting. And let me tell you guys, I will never buy another store-bought chalk paint. Ever again. Okay, and I will give you the links where to buy both of these products that I have used. But look at this blue and look at this navy. I mixed this navy up the same way I did last night. And, I mean, it is so smooth. It has a matte finish and it dried just like chalk paint. This one here I mixed up with something new that I have, and of course my recipes are for 8-ounce containers. You could buy the, hey, walk right over there and there's two of those little things from Lowe's. I was going to grab those. It's a purple and a cream. But anyway, you could buy the sample containers from Lowe's. They come in several different colors for like what, $2.99, $3.99. I bought this one. I bought this one from them when we started building our house because we were kind of like iffy on colors. I bought this purple, and I have this one. It's called Satin. And I can't read that. I didn't bring my glasses up here. But it's just an off-white. It's not a white, but it's not really off-white. It's kind of a whitewash. But anyway, what I did is when I painted my chalk,
hey Denise, hey Emma,
sticks, I wrote on the back exactly what colors I used. And I just made myself little samples. And these are the first two.
Hello, Carol and Stacy.
And these are 9-ounce cups, and I just had to kind of eyeball. I wasn't going to make up a whole batch.
Just in case.
Just in case. And then I also painted, well, can't grab this board.
Hey, Rita and Christina.
This board right here.
Just a regular pine board.
Yeah. And literally, you're going to make this paint pennies on the dollar. I mean, it's unreal. And I went ahead and distressed, kind of tested it. How it would distress, because you know I had a hard time with that acrylic paint last night not distressing.
Thank you, Tina.
And you can see on this one, I did the same thing. I just distressed the edges there. So I am so giddy to show you how to do this. It is not even funny.
Hey, Claudette.
I've got some clear 9-ounce cups because I wanted you to be able to see what I'm doing.
Hey, Deb Tate.
This right here is called calcium carbonate. Yeah. Basically, it's Tums. That's what it is.
Basically, yeah.
I bought this 1-pound bag. I bought this 1-pound bag here, I think for $6.88, something like that. And for an 8-ounce container of paint, let me get my recipe here.
Hey, Teresa. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Diane. Hey, Charlotte. And hey, Debbie Knight.
If you're going to use the calcium carbonate, it was this blue one right here. To that, no, it was this one. I'm sorry, it was the dark one, the navy. To that, for an 8-ounce container of paint, you take 8 ounces of paint. You take 2 tablespoons of the calcium carbonate and 1 tablespoon of warm water. You mix your calcium and your water together, then add your paint, and then just start stirring it. It dissolves really easy. It's really smooth. It doesn't leave, some granules. See if I can see who's here.
Debbie Combs is here on time.
But anyway, what I'm going to do, I did this paint first.
Robin Christensen, Sherry, Debbie Knudsen.
And that's pretty close to the color of the paint. It didn't change the color of the paint. And the other one, I put these two together, which I did last night. More blue than black. And I just had to add the black as I kept stirring it to get the shade that I want.
Hey,
that right there. And now I'm going to try to use one of these. It's an actual,
Glenda.
if I can get it open. I didn't even think about that. I think that's how I bruised my finger last night.
I bet it is. Didn't even think about that. Hey, Lillian. Hey, Susan. Hey, Karen. Good to see everybody tonight.
Okay, I'm going to just take my little... Yep, that's exactly how I did it, because I just now bruised this thumb. I'm going to stir this up just a little bit.
Sherry's here. Lynn's here.
You can see this is a really pretty color of kind of a plum.
Claudette, where do you want me to direct the camera? If I direct the camera at me, you're not going to be able to see her make the chalk paint.
Okay. I'm going to just eyeball this. I'm just going to pour in.
Hey, Joyce Raymond, Pamela Burr. Hey, Omi.
About 2 ounces of paint. And I'm just estimating here. I'm not going to close it back up until I wipe it off.
Hey, Teresa and Deborah.
I bought this off of Amazon.
Hey, Mary Gregory says, hello, y'all. Hey, Mary Gregory.
It's called Aztec Secret Health and Beauty Indian Healing Clay. It's awesome.
Thank you for
this
the
one. You
sprinkles,
just
everybody.
have to kind of put it in and feel it. What you want to start out with, I had this much paint. That's about 2 ounces because my cups that I have to save this in are 2 ounce cups. I have
Pauline.
my measuring.
Pauline Wilson is new to our page.
Hey, Pauline. Welcome to our page. I'm going to use this. I think I got this from Pampered Chef, maybe. Yep, Pampered Chef. It says right there. I like it because it's got several different, there's 2 tablespoons and there's a teaspoon. I'm going to start putting out about 3/4 of a teaspoon. Not quite a whole teaspoon because I got it a little too thick while ago and had to add some more paint.
So basically, you're just going to mix a little bit at a time and
Little
try to get
bit
the
at a time.
consistency you want.
Exactly.
Okay. Somebody said, don't forget to share your Amazon link.
Oh, I'll definitely share both of these Amazon links because, $6.88 for that calcium carbonate for a pound bag, 2 tablespoons. You can make a lot of paint for that. This right here, I believe was, I think this is a 2-pound container. And I want to say it was $15. They do have a 1-pound container.
Yeah, and when Lisa puts her Amazon affiliate link in there, you can buy anything on Amazon just going through her link and searching and buying. So some people have been asking about that. So
yeah, you don't just have to go on. If you go on and you see something else you want, just click on something else.
Oh, Cookie, I hate that you're having internet problems.
Okay, I'm sitting here and I'm just going to stir and stir and stir and stir and stir.
Joyce, I know I've been having trouble with Facebook today too.
I am so excited, you guys. You don't even understand. Because I know when I started making signs, the regular size bottle of Waverly was like $4.98 for is this an 8-ounce container? What is this? Yep, an 8-ounce container. And now it's up to like 8 something. Which that 8 something was what the big containers were for. And for that one, you could buy a package of the calcium or the calcium carbonate.
Sherry Swafford, we appreciate the sprinkles. Claudette says she loved your firecrackers.
Oh, thank you. See, I got that a little thick because you want it just a little bit runny. Not much. Let me see if I can get it to keep stirring it. Oh, there it goes. Okay, let me get another paintbrush here.
Are you just wanting to see what hat I'm wearing tonight, Claudette? She's wanting me to turn the camera around.
I can tell you he's got his U.S. Army hat on.
Now this one just says Army. It's the dark one. It's the one I got from Hobby Lobby.
Right here, I'm just going to paint this on.
Claudette says she needs that coffee sign. Hey, Teresa. So glad you made it tonight. No, the phone's reversed. Lisa did it this way tonight so that she can see your comments. Because if we do it the other way, I have to tell her the comments. Once we go to actually using a camera and everything,
Right.
rather than the phone, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to set that down there, and I'm going to get my heat gun right here, and it dries just like chalk paint.
Hello, Kathy, and hello, Tina. getting talking about because they read your shirt
Oh.
backwards. Yeah.
This is one of my high school t-shirts.
Tarita, you really haven't missed a whole lot that we're not going to go over again. Lisa is really stoked because she's teaching you tonight how to make your own chalk paint on the cheap.
Yep, 2 recipes. This was done with this Aztec clay. I put in about this much paint right here, about 2 ounces, and I put in about 3/4 of a teaspoon. For a normal recipe, you will use, let me see here. For a normal recipe for this, just add how much paint you want in and just slowly put in about 1/4 of a teaspoon at a time and keep stirring until it's almost like Greek yogurt. But look at that. I mean, it feels just like chalk paint.
Hey, Teresa.
Just
hey,
like
Melody.
it. We're going to make a lot of little samples here.
Stacy
Let's see.
loves that purple.
Okay, you
I do
guys
too.
know that I wanted red. And this is the red that I had the other night.
And you can mix and match your own colors and
Right,
have
you
the
can.
exact color you want.
Heather and I made a really cute sign. And I can't even tell you how we came about doing it. We were just painting on one of our shelf setters. And somehow we came up with this beautiful combination of colors that we just kept putting on this board. And it was that one that was kind of turquoise, or not turquoise, but kind of a peacock and a black, and it was just gorgeous. And then we couldn't remember how to do it.
Didn't write it down.
We didn't write it down.
Thanks for the sprinkles, everybody.
Oh, let's see. One thing I didn't do is I didn't test this out on a board. This stuff goes on, it just glides on. It is definitely going to be a game changer for me.
They're wanting to know what you're adding to the paint again.
Okay, for this one, this purple,
There's 2 different recipes she's doing tonight. So it'll be 2 different ways and 2 different things that you add.
and I will go on when we're done and give you the recipes. I'll make a post with the picture of this and give you the recipes. Okay, another white cup. This one, this purple,
Thanks, Denise.
this one,
Hey, Carolyn.
and this one was done with the Aztec Healing Clay. And I literally used,
Tablespoon?
no, about a teaspoon of
Teaspoon?
it with about 2 ounces. Okay, let me get that out.
And the paint you're using for color is just that regular acrylic stuff,
Regular
isn't it?
acrylic paint. Now, this last purple one was actually household paint. So if you have some leftover house paint, you could do the same thing.
Turn it into chalk paint.
We have that that smoky tan color that we've got in our bathroom that I'm going to snag. Okay, cup. I'm just going to pour in some paint.
You just mix a little bit at a time until you get the consistency that you want, Claudette.
With the Aztec paint.
With the Aztec. Yeah. Ooh, thanks for all those sprinkles. We appreciate that.
Okay, it was just a big glob.
Are you sure it was? I didn't hear the sound. You know, the bloop.
Let me get some more sticks here.
5, 6, pick up sticks.
Let me get this off the edge here.
You know, especially with Walmart basically doubling the prices for their chalk paint, to come up with a recipe to do this on the cheap, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's about 2 ounces of paint. Now this one I'm going to use the carbon, I won't say carbon calcium, but the calcium carbonate. And for a 8-ounce container of paint, for the calcium carbonate, you take 2 tablespoons of the calcium carbonate, 1 tablespoon of warm water, mix them up, and then pour in your 8 ounces of paint and just stir. So since I know I don't have 8 ounces there, I'm going to cut this one down about the same thing, about 3/4 of a teaspoon.
Hey, Ben. Hey, Barbie. Glad you made it tonight.
And I'm going to sit here and just stir. Now, both of them stir up really easy.
Stacy, you don't have a top fan, but your husband does. So, I mean, you know.
I don't know how you did that, Stacy.
Tina Paquette, we are doing awesome. How are you doing tonight? Will this stick good to glass? It really should.
I am going to test it out. I think that it will. And you know when you put chalk paint on a mason jar, you definitely want to put a seal of wax over it because it just makes it the chalk paint just look so much better.
Gives it a real nice sheen.
Yeah.
Plus it seals it. Yeah, Carol, she hasn't really tried it on stencils yet. But she's painted some samples out on some different things, pieces of wood and stuff.
You never know what I'm going to do here.
Well, that's true. I just said yet.
And you just keep stirring, and it really, it's just a lot like yogurt.
Gail wants to know where you purchased the calcium carbonate at.
I'll put a link to my, an Amazon link to where I ordered this. And that way it'll take you directly to the product. Also for the Aztec Healing Clay as well. Okay, let's get another brush.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Stacy, and Lisa's going to talk about that later. You do want to put it in airtight containers.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
I have some paint jars that I'm going to mix up a bunch of paint tomorrow. Especially the colors that I'm running out for my signs. Not my magnolia signs, but my other stencils that I use. I use chalk paint on those. Oh, that's pretty. That's a good 4th of July and a Christmas red and a Valentine's red.
Did you add, or are you supposed to add water?
You know what? I didn't add water to that one. That's why it was a little thicker. But let's see what happens if I don't add water. I would say for an 8-ounce container, you definitely need to add some water to it. Let's see how it does without the water. And then I'll add some water and do another one.
Yeah. Apparently they had a tornado touch down in Florida. We need to be in prayer for them.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember who mentioned that.
Well, I can't believe how that just feels just like chalk paint. Isn't that crazy? Okay, let me add a little bit of water to this. And we'll do another one. Now let me get my brush out of there. That definitely made it a lot looser. I put just about 1/3 of a teaspoon in here. So it's still pretty thick. And when you make up the recipe, put exactly what the recipe says, and it should work out. Because like what I'm here, I'm having to estimate because I'm using a 2-ounce amount of paint.
Hey, Donna. Okay, Robin posted that. Thank you, Robin.
Okay. Let's set this one down and paint it.
Hey, Tina and her lovely friend Tina. Well, I'm definitely going to throw that one to Lisa. What are the pros and cons of chalk paint versus regular paint?
Chalk paint dries faster. It adheres better to wood and glass. When you try to distress a sign, especially if you're going to do any sanding on it and make it look a little older, the acrylic paint is harder to sand off, around your edges. Last night I had that one block and it took me forever just to get back down to wood. I mean, acrylic is a good paint, and it just really depends on what you're doing. But most people, when they make their signs, they make them out of chalk paint, only because it dries faster, it looks better, and it has a more even coat.
It's easier and quicker to work with.
Yeah, and it's easier and quicker to work with. Okay, This
Hey,
is
Jackie, just a minute. Jackie, have a good night. We understand her fibro's acting up. She's going to catch the replay. We'll be praying
I
for you.
definitely do. Okay, this is the one where I added just a touch of water. And this is the one where it was a little thicker. And really, because I'm using such a small amount, it didn't make much difference in this. But I think it would make a difference if you're making up an 8-ounce batch. But anyway, there's the red.
So follow the instructions and the measurements to the letter.
Yes. Now, I'm going to do one more.
Hey, Nancy.
I have a hot pink
Neon hot pink.
neon.
Oh, boy.
And I'm going to try this one.
Things are getting wild up here in the craft room.
And I'm going to try it with the Aztec Healing. Whoop.
That was the paint.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Okay, that's about 2 ounces. And let me dry my... Can you give me a paper towel?
Yeah.
I put my measuring cup in water here. Let me dry it real quick so I don't run my clay. And I'm going to use...
Oh, my goodness,
That's
Tina.
about 3/4 of a teaspoon right there. Because if I push this all the way forward, that's a full teaspoon. I may have to add some more paint.
Robin said you forgot to put red on the board.
Oh, I did. I'll have to put some red on the board.
Gail, are you sure it wasn't you passing gas? No, it was the paint. I promise you. But if somebody wanted to record one of those sounds, that would have been a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Tina, where was that at? Had a mass shooting.
Right.
Back where Tina's from.
Oh, goodness. Okay. I can tell this is a different consistency. Maybe I had just a little bit too much paint, or too much.
Aztec.
Yeah. And this is a 4-ounce tube of paint.
Oh,
So
my
I probably
goodness.
did have too much here.
Shooting was in Nova Scotia, Canada.
Oh, man.
And trying to go back to this.
I'm going to just keep stirring, stirring, stirring.
Death toll is 19 and they haven't finished going through the 5 houses here burnt to the ground.
Oh, my goodness.
Definitely be in prayer for those people affected by that in Nova Scotia. Yes, Tina, we are so glad you're okay.
Close that up. Let me find another small brush.
So you can turn any color paint that you find into chalk paint.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Now this is a neon. It's a little bit more opaque. But that'd be really cute on a kid's sign.
Sandra wants to know, are you going to put water in that one?
This is the Aztec. And did I have to have water in that one? No, this is Aztec. And you don't put water in the Aztec. You do put water in the calcium carbonate. Having to keep these straight in my mind.
Well, Carol, if that's the case, I'm sure that your husband is a very handsome man. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, fluorescent paint is a little more opaque. And I'm going to show you these.
Hey, Shauna. Shauna made it tonight.
That'll make for some cute girls. Little girls.
No, Tarita, we do
Signs.
not own a crafting store. It only seems like it.
Right now I have all my masks and everything that I've been making piled up behind me. But I have been collecting craft stuff for years. Okay. Let me set this down right here. Let's dry it.
Shauna wants to know if you're doing a project tonight or just demoing how to make the paint.
Just demoing the paint. But tomorrow night we're going to get a mason jar and see if it works.
So tonight's the mixing the paint and giving you guys all of the instructions and how to mix the recipe together. And then tomorrow she'll be putting it into practice. Hey, Edie.
Anywhere. There is the 3 paints. This is the Aztec, Calcium, Aztec, Calcium, Aztec. And they all 3 feel just like... I can feel this one a little more because it's that neon paint. And it was a little bit different consistency. Probably because it has some fluorescence in it.
Shauna, the sale will be June 1st.
Yep, June 1st. And I am working on that as we speak.
I'm so sorry, Tina.
Oh, goodness. Okay. There it is. I think those are just cute.
What is the orange and red thing on your shelf?
Orange
now they're
and
looking
red
behind
thing.
you again.
Orange and red thing.
I don't know.
Is it this box right here?
Is it the box?
Is it a box right here?
I don't know.
That's the only orange and red thing I see.
Yeah, that's just a box of stuff.
Yeah, this is just a box of stuff. It is a box, and I have just got a little bit of this and that in this box. And I do have, oh, our coconut, our Coca-Cola sign fell into it, though.
Yep, just a box.
Yep, just a box.
We have several like it.
Yeah. That is something I've had for years, those boxes. Anyway, and they do have lids, it's just that one's too full to put a lid on it.
True.
That still feels like chalk paint. It just has a little bit rougher texture. And I really think it's because it's a fluorescent paint. But anyway, still cute, still cheap. Anyway, there we go.
Hey, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that.
But what I'll do is I'll put up each link to the calcium carbonate and to the Aztec healing clay. And on each of those links, I'll give you the recipe for the chalk paint. Does that sound okay?
Awesome.
And then tomorrow night, we're going to try it out on a jar. And hopefully it works. Because if it works, it's going to be awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm going to have to write on these sticks right here what I've got.
So this was the demo and the instructions and the ingredients. And tomorrow is the test of
To see if it works.
Putting it on a craft.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. If you like this video and you like this type of videos, show me some hearts and I'll see if I can come up with some more. And try to save some money because can't go anywhere. But at least you can go online and order stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
Don't forget your Amazon link.
Oh, right. And I will put both Amazon links. It'll be in 2 separate posts. That way I can put the recipes with them. And that way they don't get mixed up.
Can you write on the chalk paint?
We're going to try it. I have this is just a Sharpie marker. Let's write on this one, probably see it better.
Debbie Knight wants to know, can you use this with your stencils?
I don't know. I'm going to try. Yeah, you can write on it.
All right. We'll probably try it with a stencil tomorrow.
Yeah, and it does not rub off.
Wonder if you could write on it with chalk and erase it.
I don't know. I don't have any chalk.
Yeah.
No, I may have some here somewhere.
You might try that tomorrow, too.
Yeah, I might try that. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8:30, and Jeff will see you tomorrow morning at 8:45.
No, I won't.
I mean, 9:45.
Thank you very much.
9:45. Excuse me. Hey, Kelly. And your word is
The
going to
word
be...
of encouragement tomorrow is dilute. Like you would dilute something with putting water in it.
Okay. Sounds
Dilute.
good. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
God bless you.